All right, look, it's okay. It's 2 legs. No one actually cares about this tournament anyway. We're going to be okay. It wasn't even that bad, honestly. Like, it was fine. Fuck! Okay, I don't know what to say about this game. I mean, what is there to say? For those of you that missed it, Tottenham lost 1-0 to Pacos de Ferreira, the team that finished 5th in Portugal last season, in the first leg of the Europa Conference League playoff. Here's the thing. Obviously, there's a sense of Nuno not really caring about this competition. This starting 11 is very thrown together, and you could very much see that that's the case. There was no chemistry. That was a team of 11 individuals out there, and I mean, it looked like they had never played together. Which, I don't really care. You're a professional football player, and that display was disgraceful. Like, truly, you guys are teammates, and this is much more about the veterans that were in the lineup than it was about the youngsters. The guys like Dane Scarlett or Niall John, or even like Brian Hill, who was like, I guess, the brightest star for us. I don't know. Like, he did 2 good things, which is more than anyone else. But guys like Winks, guys like Lo Celso, like Doherty, even Ben Davies, who I thought was fine enough, but like, it's that group of core guys that has been here since like Pochettino was our manager. The dead weight has to be sold. It just does. Harry Winks, Moussa Sissoko, Ben Davies, maybe Doherty. I mean, we have Doherty and Aurier still. Where's Serge Aurier? And even someone like Giovanni Lo Celso. This is a game where Lo Celso could have like proved himself a little bit, and he was invisible. He did nothing. And then, like, what more do you want to say about this game? Literally nothing happened. The stats kind of sum it up. Nothing happened. There were, Ferreira had 3 shots. We didn't even register a shot on target. The subs did nothing. Jack Clark, what a waste of $9 million. I mean, this dude is like barely a professional football player. It's embarrassing. I mean, the stats are so boring to even look at. It's hurting me to look at these. And then I wake up this morning. I'm recording this the next day, so I don't blow a fuse. Tanguy Ndombele is probably going to get sold. If he's not going to get sold, he's probably just not even going to be involved in the squad. He's not going to be involved on Sunday against Wolves. Seems like he doesn't want to be here anymore. And now Tottenham are looking for a way to sell him. And that is just so frustrating. For a guy we paid $55 million for, you would think, how long it's been, 3 seasons, would just, you'd get a better return. And we're not going to get, if we sell him, we're not going to get anywhere close to $50 million for him. That's for sure. The dude has completely fallen off. And you look at this Tottenham squad, and this is the main point I'm trying to make, is the dead weight. We have no squad depth, but at the same time, you also can't keep the dead weight that creates this horrible squad depth. You look at these players by position here. Out of all these 9 defenders, who do you sincerely trust in a game? Not even a big time game, just a game. You can trust Reggie enough. Dyer, I'll give credit to do. Dyer stepped up against Man City and wasn't horrible under Mourinho. Christian Romero, I mean, he didn't look that good against Ferreira, but it's one game. Let him ease into it. We'll see. Tanganga looks good. Davinson Sanchez has a history of being totally suspect. He looked good against Man City, but to say I trust him, no. Doherty and Aurier, I don't trust either of them. Rodin is hurt right now. I would trust him, but he's young, but I think he can grow into something good. And Ben Davies, I mean, he's probably not going to get sold because he's like reliable enough. He doesn't really turn the ball over, but he doesn't add anything dynamically to the team. So, I mean, I've named like 4 guys you can trust, which is not good enough, especially when you play a back 4. You're playing the same defenders over and over again. There's no chance of rotation because our squad depth is terrible. And then in midfield, you can trust Højbjerg. We're starting to maybe trust Dele Alli again. Probably not. Oliver Skip looked good in this first game. But then, I mean, the rest of this. Lo Celso and Ndombele, Sissoko, Winks, Divine, and Sessegnon. You can't trust any of these guys that I just named. Even Sessegnon, who, that was like his first Tottenham start since the goal against Bayern Munich. He didn't do anything. No one offered anything. And Alfie Devine, he's you know, he's a youngster. Who knows what he's going to end up with? But, like, you can't trust any of these players on this list in midfield outside of, like, Højbjerg. Definitively, I should say, at least. And even Højbjerg at the end of last season had his moments. So there's just no squad depth, especially in midfield, and that was very obvious against Ferreira. We had the ball 60% of the time, they had it 40% of the time, but that 60% was just so sideways, and of course Harry Winks was the leader of that. Harry Winks is just not a good player. He just simply isn't. 8 years ago, he just has not evolved his game at all, and he hasn't gotten better since he debuted and was this, you know, bright, promising youngster that was getting England caps. And now, I mean, good lord, what Premier League club would want him? I don't know. Then you look at the forwards, Harry Kane, who knows? Son, yes. Lucas is inconsistent, but he looked decent under Mourinho at times, and maybe Nuno loves him. Bergwijn, I can't even talk about Steven Bergwijn and how bad I think he is. This dude deserves to be nowhere near our squad, but it looks like he's not going anywhere. And then Brian Hill and Dane Scarlett, I mean, two guys that really, you know, they certainly had chances to prove themselves against Ferreira and just didn't. Scarlett got no service, so I can't fault him that much. And Hill at least looked energetic at times, but ultimately it was a completely disjointed effort, and it was absolutely abysmal. I don't have a lot to add because in the second leg, who knows what's going to happen? I'm sure Nuno will swap out a couple of those youngsters for, you know, a couple of proven guys. You know, maybe Son will start or Lucas or something like that, and we'll probably coast through, hopefully, in the second leg. And you know, I know a lot of people probably don't like this tournament, and we don't see a reason to compete in it, but it's a European tournament. I'd like us as a club, Tottenham Hotspur, to show a little bit of European pedigree, because outside of one miraculous Champions League final run where luck bounced our way every single time, what European pedigree do we have? Let's make a deep run in this tournament if we can. Like, let's just winning breeds confidence. So let's just go out there and win games, and that's much easier said than done. But I mean, this performance, at least try to win. And I don't necessarily blame Nuno, because look, the players of this lineup, the Harry Winkses, the Ben Davies, the Matt Dohertys, the Lo Celsos, and so on and so forth, and even Moussa Sissoko, who wasn't involved. But like, how long have those guys been here? How many managers have they played for? It's entirely too many. You can't keep this deadweight around. There's no squad depth. We're not progressing as a club. It's the same downhill that started after the Champions League final. I know Paratici's making moves and stuff, and it's only been one transfer window with him, so we have to be patient with him and give him some more time. It's certainly not a buyer's market right now with everything going on in the world. Nobody really wants to spend a lot of money on a guy like Moussa Sissoko or Harry Winks. So maybe we're stuck with him. I don't know. But we have to give Paratici some time. So that way, you know, I don't completely lose my sanity. I'm not entirely concerned. I think we'll go through. I think the second leg will be, you know, we'll produce a much stronger team probably, and we'll be at home, maybe a much stronger performance. Ferreira were no joke, though. They looked completely content defending us because there was no offensive threat from anyone on the pitch, so it's not like they were even challenged. No shots on goal. Sums it all up. So don't overreact, but also this results like this, and even results in the Europa League last season, are the, you know, results like this are the result of this stale transfer policy that we've had for so long under Levy and Enoch and whatever, where they don't put the money forth, and all these guys are just getting stale and not progressing at all. And not only that, we're spending money in the wrong places. You know, $9 million on Jack Clark. Can you even, like, what can you say about Jack Clark? Not a lot. Like, we spent $9 million on him. That's embarrassing. You know, this bench is full of youngsters that maybe one day will be useful. I doubt it. Hopefully Dane Scarlett turns into something. Niall John is apparently promising, but I'm not holding my breath on any of these guys. Troy Parrott in particular, who, like, apparently is just now is just our lonely guy, but so was Harry Kane. So keep that in the back of your mind. But yeah, that's it. Just you know, don't overreact, but also, you know, be aware that a result like this, it's because of a much larger problem at Tottenham, and hopefully Paratici is able to resolve this issue as the years go. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys after the Wolves game on Sunday, and remember to subscribe and do all the nonsense. Follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.